Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Blue Exorcist, chapter 122. When we last left our heroes, we finally came back to the present, as Yukio was continuing his destruction of the Illuminati ship. Lucifer allowed the use of something called the Seraphim Pulse to stop him. We don't know what that is yet, but that's something that's up in the air. Koneko is on board. That is where Mephisto sent him to give the sword to Rin. Where he ran into Shima and enlisted Shima's help in finding Rin. If, of course, he's not too busy helping the enemy, of course. Meanwhile, Rin found Yukio. Yukio expressed a desire to die in order to stop Satan, and Rin expressed a desire for that exact scenario to not happen, and so now they're fighting. So yeah, let's jump right on into chapter 122 of One Cloth Starting a Fire. So I think this would kind of be like a part one kind of deal, like we saw with Beyond the Snow, or like Letters, like we saw with SSC. But no, it's just a full subtitle each time. So anyway, we open in the hangar where Rin and Yukio are having their bout, and Shima and Koneko are both there, hiding behind some wreckage. And Shima just looks at them. Whoa, Okumura, is this really the time for those two to butt heads again? Just then something comes on the loudspeaker. Attention all personnel. The ship will enter Seraphim repulsion mode. Prepare for Seraphim pulse in 5 minutes. And Koneko turns to Shima. What's a Seraphim pulse? I think it's a blast from the ship's power source that wipes out the enemy as a kind of last resort. So is it kind of like evil fairy law from Fairy Tale? That's the kind of vibe I'm getting here. Blast? Will we be safe out here? Probably. We're on the deck, but you can barely feel any atmospheric pressure, air temperature, or air resistance, right? Yeah, right. Apparently that's because there's a shield or something, so we're good. And Koneko looks at him. I can never trust you. I can never trust your information. Enter Seraphim repulsion mode. Prepare for Seraphim pulse in 5 minutes. So it looks like the Seraphim Pulse is only going to work on the demons who are attacking the ship. Judging by what Shima says, that, like, Yukio, who's on deck, is safe. Seemingly. Anyway, Yukio responds to Rin's confusion. It appears the Illuminati intend to fight back. So what shall we do? We're supposed to brace ourselves for the blast. Shall we settle our differences later? Huh? Rin looks at him. Why wait? This is a battleship. He didn't realize where he was. I just realized that. Also, I have a little note here. The ship announcements are in English, so Rin doesn't understand. Okay, so that's interesting. Anyway. Huh? Why wait? Let's just do it. But are you sure you can take me on? So Rin doesn't really care about all this pulse shit. He wants to, like, deck his brother. And Yukio looks at him. And he looks up, and he looks up, and then he looks down, and he sees, like, a grate that's kind of, like, been removed off to the side. Yes, probably. But one thing first. Yes, probably is to, are you sure you can take me on? Okay, so he's like, yeah, I can probably take you on. But he's looking around at all the wreckage. I think that's just all the damage that Rin did when he punched, Yukio. But one thing first. Do you look like that because your sword broke? And Rin, like, looks down at himself, sees, like, the demon horns, the heart. Yeah. But actually I was born like this, so I guess it's my true form? And Yukio pauses for a moment. That can't be. That signifies an unstable nature. Huh? Never mind. And he, like, lifts up his gun. That's enough. And he, like, looks like he's kind of like, you know, opening, a cloak. I'm not quite sure what it does, but he loads his gun. He loads it with the black flame canisters. The mixture of Asya and Gehenna flames. Alright. I have no objections. So let's do this. Yeah, he rolls up his sleeves, like, in his, like, battle suit. And Yukio just, like, looks at him. What kind of guns are those? And Yukio pauses before asking, any guesses? And back with Koneko and Shima. Koneko asks, Black Flame? And Shima, huh? But, wait a second, no way. And Rin, like, takes a moment, Nope, no clue. So let's fight. I love how little shits he gives about any powers whatsoever. I'm gonna knock you out and take you back. Can you? And like, Rin like gets this like demonic energy in his fingertips. Satan claws, and he shoots this kind of like projectile looking thing. But then Yukio just starts blasting, and Rin jumps up. We see the Satan claws like come right to Yukio, but then they kind of dissipate, or they kind of come up to a wall or something. And Rin jumps up and he like falls down behind Yukio. Satan really is protecting you, and he puts, I think, his legs around Yukio's neck. No, it's his hands. How will you deal with this? And he like gets him into a chokehold. And Yukio puts up the gun behind Rin. Ow! And I can't quite tell what happened here. So Yukio has the gun, and he puts it to where on Rin's body? I can't really make out what's going on there. So you have a shot of the gun. I think maybe he puts the bullet of the like front end of the gun to Rin's arm, and then we get a close up of one of the black fire canisters. And I think he shoots Rin in the arm, and that's what makes Rin let go. All right, okay. And then he goes straight for Rin's demon heart. And Rin looks down. What the? And there's this huge blast. And we see Koneko and Shima are just kind of like freaking out. And Rin like jumps away. What the? How? All of a sudden. And then Yukio starts shooting again, and Rin dashes. And Koneko's kind of freaking out. Oh no. Oh no. And Shima gets on the phone with probably Homare. Hello? Shima, you're on the deck? Yes, that's right. We see one of the cameras, just like a security camera. Why haven't you reported in? What is Yukio Okumura fighting? He's in a bit of a sibling quarrel. I love Shima so much. Shima's just the best character in this entire series, and you can quote me on that. I have loved him since day one. And Homare is like, just gets confused. And back at the fight, Rin dashes at Yukio. Bomb! And I think he throws something at... Yeah, he throws some bit of, like, satanic energy at Yukio, and his gun goes flying out of his hand. And on the phone, Rino Kumura's here? How? I don't know, but he works for Samael, so anything is possible. And then Rin grabs Yukio by the collar and goes for a punch. Grah! But just then, Yukio, like, shoves his like, black fire gun at Rin's hand, I think. And the, like, reaction there makes Rin fall to the ground in confusion. And now, Yukio points the gun right at Rin's heart. Whoa, that was close! There's this big explosion again, and Rin somehow, like, gets away. I'm not entirely sure how that's happening. It happened again! Whenever I get close, I get thrown off. So is Yukio trying to do that, or is there something protecting Rin? I can't really make sense of this. Either way. Okay, this is a challenge. Now, I can't tell if in Yukio's right arm he's still holding the gun. It's kind of obscured by the speech bubble and his other arm. But he looks to be kind of unarmed. Well, like, we know he lost one gun earlier. But anyway, Rin lunges at him. Ugh! I'm back on the line. Understood. Keep watching the fight. I'll send Lunden Strom. However, and Shima responds, yes? If it appears that Yukio Okumura will be harmed, you must intervene. And Rin goes for another punch. Grah! Grah! Knock it off! This is really getting annoying! That's Rin. Because as Yukio goes for the punch, Satan continues to protect Yukio. And so Yukio responds, no, you knock it off. Shima kind of like tries to laugh it off. Hold on just a sec. It would be rude to interfere in a spat between brothers. Do it and I'll overlook Shorty with a shaved head. And he looks down, Shima looks down at Koneko. Oh, thanks. And Koneko looks at him confused. But don't forget I'm watching you. Yeah, I was right. It was Homare. Uh, and and Shima kind of looks at Koneko and starts sweating. Is everything okay? Koneko asks. Yeah, mostly. And there's a bit of a pause. Actually, I'm not so sure. Huh? Oh no, hold on. So, Shima says, yeah, mostly, and then Koneko asks, actually, I'm not so sure. Huh? You probably don't know it, but Okumura had a pretty hard time after his demon heart returned. He seems fine now, but if he loses control again, he might kill Yukio. Oh, right, because Shima had already left with the Illuminati, when all that stuff happened. Yeah, but Yukio can mostly negate Rin's abilities now. Really? I know, this is back with Rin. I know, Satan protects you from attacks, but you are taking some hits. And Yukio's calmly responds, yes, I am. And that means, if I don't let up, you're sure to go down eventually. And Yukio responds, that would be a problem. And then he grabs Rin's arm and then hits him with the butt of hits him out of the face with the butt of his gun. And he hits Rin again. Yep, Yukio put me in a joint lock before too. This is Shima, who's watching all this. To be honest, as the child of Satan, Yukio can neutralize Rin's flame. And he has much more training and combat experience. So he's actually stronger. And we see Yukio points the gun at Rin again. But Rin sends out some more demon energy. That Satan just blocks for Yukio. Seraphim pulse in 10 seconds. That gets Shima and Koneko's attentions. 9, 8, 7. Rin goes in for this kind of kick between Yukio's legs. 6. Yukio steps over that grate he looked at earlier. 5. We see the pulse. 4. Now the grate is between the two of them. 3. I've got you now. Rin goes for another punch. 2. Say, turn. 1. And then the pulse goes off. Right as Rin is over that grate. We've spent so much time focusing on that grate. That grate has to mean something, right? So yeah, the pulse goes off. We see the little forearm demon that Yukio summoned a while ago. The pulse goes all through the airship. They get this big old blast of light. The demon cries out, "Gah! What's happening? Vayu! You villains will pay for this next time we..." And then I think it disappears with that. I guess the pulse seems to be some kind of demonic EMP is my best guess. That it kind of shorts out whatever was tying Vayu and Indra, I think it's the other demon's name, to Asaya as another sent back to Gehenna. Anyway, you villains will pay for this next time we... Yeah, it goes away. And Koneko kind of curls up into a ball. Yikes! But Rin, hold on, let me try to make out what's going on here. So Rin, we see the grate has kind of flipped up, which kind of, I think, has tricked up Rin. And Yukio still points his gun. That's why I asked if you wanted to wait. And then he shoots Rin in the head. Okay. Rin is, shocked and is blasted back. He survived, apparently. He shot me. He grabs the part of his forehead where he was shot. Huh? Nothing happened. And then he hits the ground. What happened? My flame is fading. And then Yukio goes to pick up the other gun that he dropped. The Illuminati developed these. They're called Armumahel guns. Armumahel crystals are the source of holy water. These pistols convert the black flame they generate into bullets. It's similar to the power of Yamantaka, Shima's familiar, but this comes from a crystallization of the source. Shima's weapon, and he flashes back to, I think that's right after Shima betrayed them? When he, first had to fight Shima? So compared to Yamantaka, which Shima can barely use, and Shima in the background, ow! Why the insult? Or holy water at XXX concentration, it's much more possible. And Koneko, shushes Shima. And Yukio walks up to him. Holy water works on you, so this should be quick. And then Yukio, squats down and looks at Rin. Come on, if you don't get serious, I just might kill you. And Rin looks up at him. Yukio, are you... actually strong. And Yukio smiles as he like points the gun at Rin's head. Yes, I am. So you finally realize that. Next chapter hits August 3rd. All right. This is a really fun chapter. Really, really like heavy fight chapter. Like as far as pure plot goes, there's not really a whole lot going on, as is frequently the case for fight chapters. That's, you know, one of the things that I think we're all kind of aware of shonen manga, is that when it's a big fight chapter, there's not a lot of plot. And so there really isn't a lot of plot. There's a lot of great Shima moments. Honestly, Shima really is killing it this chapter. From a sibling quarrel to the kind of, alright, thanks for not killing me for Koneko. Really, Shima is kind of the MVP here. He's just like, has all the great lines. But the real drama of the chapter is, of course, Rin vs. Yukio. That Rin definitively loses as he's finally hit with the Armumahel gun. Though I am kind of curious, though, why did he keep, whenever Yukio would almost fire the gun, let me see the line where Rin caught attention to it. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it? I know it's here. I commented on it. Shit, it should be here somewhere, unless I made it up somehow. He talks about, like, why do I keep getting blasted back? But I cannot for the life of me find the line. It's not before the pulse, is it? Or not after the pulse, I mean. I know that line is there, and for the life of me, I cannot find it anywhere in this chapter. What the fuck? What the fuck just happened? I know it was there. I know there was a line where he gets blasted away, and he's like, what the fuck is this about? But I cannot find the line anywhere. Well, yeah, here he is calling it out on page 12. He gets Yukio points the gun right at his heart. What the? There's this big flash, and then all of a sudden, Rin is a ways away. What the? How? All of a sudden. I think there's another line though where he calls it out specifically, but yeah, that's kind of the weird. Like, it's never quite. He says something about like why? Yeah, here it is on page 17. Whenever I get close, I get thrown off. It doesn't seem to be anything that Yukio is doing, unless Satan is somehow also trying to protect Rin at the same time. Maybe that's what's going on. I'm not entirely sure. But so anyway, my point being, there's some weirdness going on in the fight that I don't quite get. That part in particular. But the actual, and I don't quite understand what the point of the Great was, because we brought a lot of attention to the Great, considering that unless the Great, like the air vent led straight to the pulse room, and so it knocked out Rin's powers for a moment, which allowed him to get shot by Yukio with the Armumahel bullet. Leading to his defeat. I guess, I don't know. The fight, there's some parts of the fight that are a little wonky. The dialogue all works though, and Shima's again a riot. But then, it all leads to Rin's defeat. Rin loses to Yukio. Now he has a gun against his head. And given like, actually killing Rin seems to be the exact opposite of Yukio's plan, which is to be killed by Rin. So I'm curious what he's gonna do now that he has the gun against Rin's head. But yeah, that's kind of all there is to say. I mean, I don't really know what he'll do with his gun at Rin's head until next month. So we'll just have to wait and see. So that's all I have to say for this chapter. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe or, do whatever makes you happy, And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye!